Certainly people know us for Bond, clearly what resonates with many people, but they might not know the rest of the lineup and the cars that we have, or that we have an SUV coming out. So television exposure can really benefit us just from a mass awareness standpoint.
Laura Schwab, you are president of Aston Martin the Americas, not of the Americas, the Americas. That's pretty cool. And you are also an attorney, so you can get me out of speeding tickets and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's actually worked for me a couple of times. So yeah, I'm here to help.
And I guess you probably get a lot of speeding tickets.
No, I try not to. But it's easy.
We all try not to.
Well, it's easy in an Aston Martin. You can kind of lose track of how fast you're going, as you know.
Yeah, you look down, you're going 124 miles an hour, and you're like, wait a minute, I thought I was going 65, officer.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys were irresponsible enough to give me an Aston Martin for the last week. I've been driving this beautiful Vantage. You look at it, sometimes you look at beautiful cars, and they don't, they're just beautiful. They're not fun to drive. I'm lucky enough to live 15 minutes away from Angeles Crest Highway. And so I immediately went up there and drove this thing. It's really impressive how much power it has with that AMG engine making, 503 horsepower or some ridiculous amount of power, and all this aluminum. And the inside of the thing, I'm surrounded by it looks like suede. It's probably Alcantara or something. It's this cocoon of luxury and elegance that happens to go, I don't know, how fast does this thing go? I think it's I don't know if it's over 200, probably not over 200. Maybe. I didn't go over 200 in this, just for the record. But as a lawyer, you could get me out of that ticket. Have you driven the Valkyrie?
No, I've not driven it.
Come on, man, you're the president. You just go over there and you just say, where are the keys? And they go, yes, your ladyship, here are the keys, and do have it back by sundown.
That's pretty much how it works when we're testing it at Silverstone.
Yeah, is it coming out anytime soon?
So the first cars are being produced end of this year, beginning of next year. So it's happening.
And it would be entirely feasible for Autoweek to get a long-term test Valkyrie, right?
Yeah, that's our plan. Some real long-term loans on that car. No.
I love
They're
this.
customer orders only.
Oh, how many does the U.S. get?
We get a good share of the 150 or so cars. So they obviously go to some really special customers that are clearly very, very excited about it.
After that one, you've got the Valhalla, which is coming in 2022. And that's a little V6 twin turbo that you guys made yourselves. That sounds like a pretty cool car too.
Those cars are brilliant. I mean, the first time I saw Valkyrie unveiled in the design studio, I instantly had goosebumps. We're obviously super excited.
That's going to be a lot of fun, it sounds like. Do you get a company car, I assume?
I do get a company car.
What are you sitting in right now?
So I'm sitting in a V8 DB11 in one of my favorite colors. It's intense blue. It's very striking. This car is super special to me because I saw it. My interview for Aston Martin was on the factory floor, and they were just starting production on DB11. And I saw the car for the first time, and I think that's when I really fell in love with Aston Martin. So DB11's got a special place in my heart.
But you guys have coming up a very important car, an SUV, the DBX. That thing seems, every other car manufacturer who makes supercars has gone, even Ferrari is going to go with an SUV, and immediately those companies all double their sales right away. So I guess DBX is probably going to be really important for you guys, especially here in the US, where we love crossovers and SUVs.
Yeah, DBX is on its way. We've actually got our factory in Wales open, so we're getting ready to start production, and we're on time with the car. But DBX is really important. And again, I think, I can confidently say I really believe it's the most beautiful SUV ever made. It's spectacular. Certainly people know us for Bond, clearly what resonates with many people, but they might not know the rest of the lineup and the cars that we have, or that we have an SUV coming out. So television exposure can really benefit us just from a mass awareness standpoint.
That's the iconic product placement for a car, is getting James Bond to drive your car and traditionally, I mean, all the way back to Sean Connery, he drove a DB5, I think. Tell me about that. Have you seen the new movie?
I haven't seen the new movie. I'm really excited to see it. I know some of the plot twists. I know some of the things that are happening with it.
There's no plot in a Bond movie. It's just stuff blows up, a girl screams, and then the car drives away. But tell me about which cars are in the new Bond movie.
So you mentioned DB5, so that's important. We've got a V8 Vantage, DBS Superleggeras in it, as well as Valhalla. So we've got 4 cars. It's the most cars we've ever had in a Bond film.
Were any Aston Martins harmed in the filming of this movie?
You know, they get definitely put through their paces in the filming of the movie. I haven't heard about anything quite as tragic as a lake story on this one, but yeah, I'm not aware of any major ones, but yeah, they definitely get put through their paces.
So they all survived.
Yes, they're all intact.
More importantly, is there an Aston Martin in the next Fast and Furious movie? That's what our readers want to know.
You know, I don't know the answer to that one.
I think that might not be your demographic. I'm just guessing on that. The company has had a lot of ups and downs. In the long-term scheme of things, the troubles that you guys are going through, similar to all car companies right now. Can you say something to reassure Aston Martin fans that everything's fine, don't worry, we're going to get through this right now? I mean,
everything's going to be okay. It's not just the automotive industry. We're all experiencing something that none of us have lived through before. I've been in the automotive industry for a really long time, and certainly this is unlike any situation that we've been through. But what I can say is, you know, the Aston Martin brand has certainly survived a lot and is so beloved, and we're on track to deliver DBX, which we're certainly very excited about, and gives us the opportunity to attract new customers to the brand. And really, I mean, I drive an Aston as a daily driver. I put a car seat in the back, but an SUV affords more people to have exposure to the brand and have a Aston as a daily driver. And this pandemic, if anything, has certainly brought humanity together. And I think we're all rooting for everyone now.
Everybody imagines, from the outside, we imagine you've got the dream job. What is your job like?
It probably is a dream job. Because we're working with the UK, it means some really early mornings. Actually, since we've been working from home, I've taken calls at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, because the connection with the UK is as important now as ever. So there's some pretty long hours. The good news is I'm not hopping on airplanes every week, which is what I was doing before. So I get to drive the cars. I get to lead an incredible team of people. I literally think I've got the best team in the automotive industry. And then we get to drive these cars. So it's really cool, but certainly there's pressures.
Are they aware that you're in a different time zone?
Yeah, you know, I definitely point that out, that I'm 8 hours behind. I've got a 3-year-old, so, you know, I'm kind of good on
You're not sleeping at all anyway.
No, she gets up a lot during the night. She's getting on the Zoom calls now, so she's sort of become part of this whole thing.
You know what you should do is you should figure out when it's 2 a.m. in the UK and call somebody over there and say, oh, sorry.
So you're suggesting that I haven't done that?
Oh, you do? I've run out of questions, and we're probably out of time. Thank you so much for but it's not getting up at 8 a.m. is nothing for you.
I've never done an interview like this in my car, in my driveway.
Thanks so much.
Awesome.
And wish you the best of luck. And
thanks.
Call those guys about the long-term Valhalla or Valkyrie for Autoweek. Your pals at Autoweek, okay?
I won't forget you, I promise.
I've heard that so many times. All right. Bye.
Bye.